just like I did when I was in Northside and it was all hands on deck. There's not one solution to everything. You have to throw multiple things, multiple solutions, I guess, at it. And they are causing havoc in our neighborhoods, in our county. We can just go online to any of these Instagram pages, only in Dade and all of them, and see these street takeovers, streetcar takeovers. Actually, when I was major in Northside, we had a group that started in Northside, and then they went all the way through Miami Gardens doing it. And one of those folks lost their head, literally lost their head. They were leaning outside the car, doing the fun of the drifting and the going in circles. A car hit a curb or lost control, flipped, and their head was here and their body was over there.
Severed.
Completely intact, severed head.
Wow.
So it's dangerous, but it's also dangerous for the folks involved, but it's also dangerous for the community.
Yeah.
I keep talking about public safety, and that includes our traffic laws. Our motto is to ensure the safe and expeditious flow of traffic. And we know in Miami, we have some bad. We got to get that motto real because we have some bad traffic, bad drivers, aggressive driving. So it's going to take a lot. One of the things I will bring is I want to create a traffic enforcement unit. So I know we have our motor cops, and they do a great job. They are out there enforcing our laws, educating our drivers. But I want to take that a step up and bring in sedans, vehicles, both marked and unmarked and ghost riding, to be out there to find the aggressive drivers on our county roads, on our streets. FHP has done it for our state highways with their unmarked vehicles to get aggressive drivers. And for the folks who are speeding, who are tearing up our neighborhoods, who are going through our school zones, this unit is going to educate them and make sure we can have more folks driving in a safe manner. There are certain cities in this county that we don't drive fast in because we know the cops are going to give tickets. But those are very few. Biscayne Park, Miami Shores, very few. Because when folks know they're going to get a ticket, they tend to drive safer. I remember when I was on the streets and I pulled people over. I remember one driver who told me, on my license registration, went back to the car, wrote a ticket because they were flying, and gave them, came back to the car, and they're like, "Are you giving me a ticket?" I'm like, "Yes." They're like, and this was the quote: "Metro Dade never gives tickets. You all just want to look inside the car and see there's something illegal." I was like, "I don't know what Metro Dade this Metro Dade cop is giving you a ticket because we got to make sure our streets are safe." So this traffic enforcement unit will also be able to go out at those wee hours when they're doing these cars, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., to enforce the intersections, as well as going to take intelligence because, you have to figure out when they're going to happen. So you're going to have investigators that are trying to gather that intelligence to get there, to preempt them from doing this.
Right.
Also, I want to, as sheriff, lobby the county commission and maybe even Tallahassee to increase fines, because we need to increase the fines on these violators. And what I'm thinking about is, if you're observing or if you're participating in these streetcar takeovers, your car will be impounded for a minimum of 30 days, and you have to pay those tow fees. That's going to be an expense that people are not going to want to pay. People will, you're going to take me to jail for traffic? Let's go. And we've done it, and then they're back out there doing it. Yeah. But we're going to take your car away for a month. If I would have to look to see, because I know it's a misdemeanor, but even if that car could be forfeited on the third or fourth attempt, now you have no car. And these big Hellcats that are out there,
you can wrap it in sheriff.
Courtesy of Sheriff John Barrow, and auction it off to someone who needs a car.
Drive it around, baby. Drive that thing around.
And then another, we need deterrents. And I know that there are the raised road reflectors. If you can, the most prominent intersections where this is occurring, I know one in Brickell, I know one in Northside where they're occurring. If the county can install, depending on the road, if it's a state road, you have to get the state involved. Though in the intersection, reflectors, because this is now going on.
Can you describe it? It's like the size of a mug here, like the little bumps.
The little bumps. Well, when you're driving on a highway and you have the lane markers, there's something that usually reflects towards you.
Oh, you're talking about the actual...
The raised road reflector.
Like stripe reflector.
Yes.
Those.
So in California right now, in Compton and other areas where it's really crazy, they're installing those road reflectors in rows in the intersection. Like,
what do they do?
so when you
So it's a bunch of bumps essentially.
Well, when you drift, when you do a circle,
Yeah.
it rips up your tires, and your tires are ripped up, so you can't even
spikes
do
on
it.
there, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, there are other cars that have to drive over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but if you're trying to
the spikes come
to
out
go
only at 2 in
circles,
the morning.
they're ruining your tires, so
Yeah.
people don't use that, and it's about $1,000 an intersection. You know, you 4, 5, 6 intersections. You
Yeah.
know, it's a great investment in trying to stop because they're not going to do it in that intersection.
Yeah.
Because they can.
Yeah.
So there's multiple things that we need to do, multiple ways to combat this, so that if you're having a medical emergency and fire arrest, you can't even get through because they're shut down the whole streets, and now someone is dying. That's your family member. You're going to want this to not happen. And I also believe that we're going to have to look at our policy and see what we can do about a way to contain these vehicles, because there's a very famous viral video of a Seattle police officer, daytime, and a Charger comes right in front of him, and then it stops, and they don't do anything. They just drive straight.
Yeah.
But I would like our officers to be able to engage. If we're able to tap the vehicle that's in a circle, or there's also, the
Say it. The grappler.
The grappler.
Yes.
Because
Grappler.
because I've been to community meetings, and I say, we have a very stringent chase policy, violent fleeing felon only. But if that's someone that shot at your son or stabbed you or murdered someone, are you gonna not want us to chase? Because they're like, chase isn't dangerous. Yes, and it's dangerous down here because we go 3-4 counties because we have no way of stopping the car.
Yeah.
But in Hollywood, which is also an urban area, similar to unincorporated Miami-Dade County, they have employed it, and it 2 blocks, not 2 counties, 2 blocks.
2 blocks.
So if we have these cars doing circles and donuts in our intersections, our police, the Miami-Dade County Sheriff's Office, is going to have to be able to engage them to stop that vehicle instead of just sitting there, because it's also dangerous for the cops now. They're throwing bricks, they're throwing things at the police cars. It's lawlessness. People are paying high rents, high mortgages to live in there and have a safe home, and they can't because in Northside, actually, as the major, that was one of the complaints the citizens brought to me. And it's 119 Street. They're like, every night we hear it, every night, and it needs to stop. So we need to do multiple things to get it to stop.
People at face value, it's traffic, right? But it leads into so much more.
I wouldn't even say it's traffic, because also as Major Northside, we've had multiple streetcar takeovers where people started shooting at each other.
Yeah.
Because, you touched my car, and there are guns, illegal guns in those cars, because some of these folks shouldn't have guns due to their criminal histories and records. And they've used those guns, and we've had a number of people shot because they were at the street corner takeover, intersection takeover. So face value is not just traffic. It is crime and violent crime potential that we need to stop, because it's getting more and more prevalent here in Dade County.
And I'm glad you clarified it. And I was speaking for maybe somebody that was scrolling through only in Dade or only in Dade or something like that. That they would say, this just traffic. Like you like no. Let me open this box for you.
Yeah,
because there's a lot more in this package than just traffic.
Yeah. And if I could just add something,
go ahead.
In defense of, because there is videos of like,
whoa, who you defending here? Whoa,
the officers.
Oh, okay.
In defense of the officers, that are there, because I put myself in that situation, and I roll up to an intersection. I'm in my marked patrol car. They don't care. They know that you can't chase them. They know you can't pit them. They know you don't. So now you have lost all credibility. So people will see that, but oh my God, look, that officer didn't do anything. Well, okay, so that's why we need to give the officers resources. Like, okay, let's give them the resource, whether it be a grappler, whether it be a pit or something. I don't know. That's something that is above my pay grade. And as a sheriff, you have to put that policy in. But something where a patrol officer at 3 a.m. has a resource to stop this.
Yeah.
And not only that, when it's one police car, there's hundreds of them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hundreds. Yeah. Are you going to get out and then get pummeled?
There's a power in numbers.
No,
they know.
That's why when I was in Northside, we had details. So I was talking about the traffic enforcement unit. I want to bring a sheriff. It'll be multiple vehicles, 2, 3, 4, 5 police cars, 2 men, 2 officers, 2 deputies in the vehicle to take these intersection takeovers down. So that will be our takedown. Sure. Because it's just an officer safety issue. If you show up at night and you're outnumbered and then you can't do anything, and they know, like you said, they know our policy. They know, Miami-Dade can't chase. There's another viral video where you see a Miami-Dade police car trying to perform a traffic stop on
a green Charger.
A Charger.
Yeah.
That's Northside District, too. They're on 81st Street, getting off the 95, approaching 7th Avenue. That car doesn't stop because they know Miami-Dade can't chase me for just traffic. Yep. And we all know just traffic doesn't mean just traffic. I mean, Timothy McVeigh was stopped on a traffic stop. Yeah. People have guns, drugs in their vehicles, and I'm not going to stop and have you come in here and see that. And we need a better way to ensure the safety of our streets and the safety of our community.
I like it. And just to add a little bit to the traffic stuff is that everybody has to at one point drive. Whether you're a murderer, robber, one way or another, you got to move from point A to point B, and you're out there on traffic.